Very good morning, students. Once again we are here. Now at the threshold, the examination, you all know. Second unit test we have. So we have revision video. English. We have paper pattern. Some of the revisions you have done, you might have prepared also. Today let us see, take this long question answer the following question in 2 or 3 sentences. We have to prepare well. There are 1, 2, 3 chapters. We don't know from where, from which corner. So let us prepare it well. The very first question we have why it is said Jim was only human. See this, we have studied this unit very well. This is a story in the form of story. It is nice thing. Okay, so it is said that Jim was only human because by listening Tom he was ready. See, is a very simple. By listening Tom he was ready to help him, but at last he could not help. This is a very good answer. He was human. He was ready to help him out, but at last he could not. That is altogether different thing, and that's why they say he was only a human. Second question we have, and that is what fun was planned by Tom and Huck for that day, the day on which he was given work to do. That is Tom and his friend, that is Huck, they planned. It was Saturday morning. We all know, we have studied. Tom had a holiday. So Tom and his friend Huck had planned to race to the river and go swimming. This is the answer. This is the plan. It was a Saturday. Tom had holiday. So Tom and his friend had planned to race to the river and go swimming. These are the 2-3 sentences just we have to remember. Okay, it's fine. Third one, why did Tom fumble his pocket? I have told you many times, fumble means to look inside, check it. So why he checked his pocket? Why fumble? Tom fumbled his pocket to check what he owned, what he has. He wanted to buy other boys' help with those playthings, but there was nothing of real value. So that's why he looked into his pocket. Let me find out, see what is there in my pocket. And that's why he fumbled. Why did Tom fumble? Okay, we have seen. Another question also we take here. What was Tom specially scared of? When I taught you, many good number of the students, they answered it well. Okay, he was scared. He was afraid of what? So Tom was especially afraid of his friend Ben's laugh. He was also afraid by thinking that Ben would laugh and make fun of him. Ben also said that work on a holiday, yes, you must work even on a holiday also. And that's why he was scared, because his friends are coming and telling so many things. Another question we have, Tom gave brush to Ben slowly but with joy in his heart. Explain. Ben is coming and asking, please let me paint, let me paint, let me paint. In fact, Tom wanted to give. So that's why he said, Ben slowly but with joy in his heart. Tom became very happy when Ben requested him to let him paint the fence. Tom was succeeded in his plan to get the help. Beside this, he also got the apple to eat. Okay? So that's why it is not easy if then and there only he gives the brush. So he will be caught that Tom is fooling me. That's why he gave very slowly, but he was happy in his heart. Alright, why had boy to steal the key to the cage? That is a golden lock. We have studied about this. And why had the boy to steal the key? We know the background. King has caught the giant put in the cage. Golden Lock is playing with his favorite ball, that is golden toy. Ball is going inside the cage. Golden Lock is asking, please give me my ball. And he says, unless and until you free me, I will not give. So this boy why had the boy to steal the key to the cage? The boy knew that his father, the king, would be angry if he released the giant without his permission. So he stole the key to the cage to free the giant. Why? To free the giant boy, that is Golden Lock, stole the key to the cage. Why did princess refuse to marry other prince? Since the princess received the bouquet, flowers, so sweetly that the golden leg fell in love with her, and one day he sent a bouquet tied with the strands of his own golden hair. And by seeing these strands of the golden hair, the princess was so much impressed by that, and he was impressed, so he wanted only to marry the person who has sent this bouquet and not any other person, and that's why she refused everyone to marry. She said, I want to marry with the person who has sent me this bouquet tied with golden strands. And that's why she said, no, I will not marry with any other. Yes, so we have seen these questions. Another question we have over here, who are responsible for the traffic chaotic in the city? Okay, so that also we have to see that who are the responsible person. Now, according to the report, the Municipal Corporation of Jalandhar, see, these are the small things you have to remember. Jalandhar city and the police are responsible for the traffic situation in the Jalandhar city. Who are responsible? According to the report, the Municipal Corporation of Jalandhar and the police is responsible for the same. What was Goldenlock's job at the gardener's place? So Goldenlock has to tie flowers, a bouquet, and send it to the princess every day, and that was his job. Alright? So these are the questions that you have to answer in 2-3 sentences. You can earlier also you have asked that you can write even in your own words, and that would be better. We have workbook, all of you have written from there also can be written. Now there are essay writing. We have written all these things in your notebook, but just we revise a little bit. The first one we have, the second and the third one, good manners. So let us talk a little bit about the good manners. So that is a little introduction about the topic. Any topic is there, we are able to write at least 1 and 2, around 2.5 pages or something like that. Okay, write accordingly. About the topic, manners are very good. It gives an impression of a person. It is a very nice in our lives to have some manners, because we don't live alone. We live in a society, we live in a family where we have to deal with everybody. Sometimes our behavior may not be liked by others, so we have to take care, we have to imbibe, we have to inculcate some of the good manners in our life, through which we can grow, we can help others to grow. Then we have a message, that is the main part, main body. There are different types of manners. When we are going somewhere, we have to talk very politely, especially when we move to the public places. There we have to take care that we don't shout, we don't push everyone, we stay in a line. Since we are students, we have manners. There we have to talk about the values. We should not say lie. We should be helpful to others. We should be kind to others. We must respect to our elders, our teachers, our parents. So here the main part when we talked, and then give some examples if you have. Okay, I saw that I had behaved very politely with that old person, and that old person was very happy. He blessed me, he prayed for me, etc. This type of things, examples are there, some quotations, and then finally there is a conclusion. Okay, so you have to conclude that yes, good manners are helpful for us. It is for our life. We must have these good manners. So in the same way, health is wealth, and a person who inspires me. Okay, in our life there are so many persons. Earlier also I have talked when we have written this essay. A person who inspires me. We are surrounded by many people, beginning with our family as we are born. Okay, so here also follow the same pattern. Introduction. You don't have to write introduction and then write main part and I know. This is just for our understanding. First paragraph, 7 to 8 lines. Here in 8th standard, okay, when you go ahead, you may have to write longer. This is, we are starting from our family to the outside world. We meet so many people, we have transact, we deal with so many people. So there are some person in our life who inspires us, who motivates us, who tells us something to do something good. In other words, if you say they are our role models, okay? That can be a father, mother, brother, sister. When you go out, your friend, still you furthermore, your teachers, your sir, madam, principal, sometimes some leaders, but today, these days, we don't have anything much from the leaders. So, this is the introduction. A main part, main body, main message. In my life, I am inspired by my father. My father is a hard-working person. My father works in a company as an engineer. His life is challenging. Every day he gets up, does his work and goes to the company. Okay? This is just an example. You can say my father is a farmer, he is a very hard worker. He is working very hard. He looks after us, especially me. And when I see him, I also get inspiration that in my studies, I should work very hard. He is a very simple person, and then at the same time he is loving. He loves us, all of us, all parents, all the siblings equally. He provides so many things to us. That is because of his unconditional love. So that can be a father. My mother, I am inspired very much by my mother. My mother, she is loving, she is kind. Whenever I see, she is smiling. Though there is sometimes difficulty, there is sometimes a sad event, but I always see a very patient, cool and calm in her, and that gives me a very good boost to go ahead. She is helping me in my studies. Okay, so all these things can be who inspired, who motivated you. Okay, by seeing that person, you feel that yes, this person is very good. And I learn so many things from them. Okay, maybe, okay, as I say, a father. You may have mother. Then sir, let us say teacher. My school, there are so many teachers, but I am inspired by this teacher because his method is good. He is not only teaching but also he is helping the students not only during the school time but other than that also. If you just approach him, he is always ready to help us, guide us in a proper way. See, all these types of things can be written in the main part. Example, yes, my teacher inspired me, and one day there was one topic and I was just caught up. It was around 10 o'clock, but then reluctantly I just called him and he said, yes beta, what you want? And then he explained. He gave more than 30 minutes and he explained the topic very nicely to me. So that inspires me to work hard, to give our whole, not only for ourselves, but for the whole of the society, and this type of things that he has told me. And we have to conclude that yes, in our lives, there are persons, there are people, those who inspire us in our life. In each and every step, we have somebody. And the health is wealth also. Health is a more important thing. So these things, as I have said, I will be sending a worksheet also. So write it well. Do it well, study well. Some of you are see all of us are working very nicely, very thoroughly, and then we have to work, we have to do. So this is inspiration. From where we get an inspiration to work hard. Motivation we get. Yes, my father, see, though he is above 50, but he is doing his work very regularly. So his regularity, by seeing his regularity, by seeing his punctuality, I also get an inspiration that I also must work like my father. I also should imbibe the values of my father. Today, I am known that he is son or daughter of so and so, but I would like to work by seeing him and then let the world know he is father of so and so. Because I have got the inspiration from my father, and that's why I would like to work. Yes, dear students, still we have live classes. There we will revise. Still we have offline videos. There also some of the things will come. Our aim is to reach out to you, and you should be thorough. You should prepare very well everything, whatever comes in our studies. The best, prepare well, do well, stay home, stay safe.